Hello there everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And we are continuing the road to the Studio Series 86 figures. And today we are going to take a look at the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Decepticon Scourge. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this little figure. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! And here is Scourge, fully transformed up into his, spaceship mode, I guess? It's a spaceship, kinda? I have no idea. So I guess it's a spaceship, you know, yeah. So, I mean, it kind of looks like a space boat or some kind, but I'm gonna call it spaceship. You know, this is a spaceship. And I think this looks pretty good because this definitely looks like the spaceship that we saw in the 1986 film, and it looks pretty good. Yeah, definitely looks like it. So yeah, but I think the Studio Series 86 version definitely beats it, like way better, because that one pulls off the spaceship mode way better, because it's super clean, because you see like gaps and everything here, and yeah. And you can see the Titan Master pegs right there. So yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect alt mode, but it's decent for what it is. Oh wait, you get an important thing. When you get this figure, you get an important thing. The important thing that this includes is the collector's card. You got a nice artwork there for Scourge in mid decapitation right there, and that still irks my soul because he's like like he's being disconnected right there, which is kind of disturbing anyway. So you have Scourge right there, we got Titans Return, got the Hasbro logo, and you got the text specs for Scourge and Fracas, or Fracas, I don't know, I have no idea I don't know how you can say that name, but I'm gonna call it Fracas, you know. You got the numbers right there for the text specs, and that's pretty much it for the collector's card. And speaking of Fracas, I dropped Fracas. I'll be right back. Hold on. Wait, hold on, guys. There he is! I dropped him, that's why. Anyway, and you can see he has some nice paintwork there for the head sculpt. And I believe the plastic is done in a nice metal flake finish, and I do quite like that. I do like the metal flake finish on the figure. That's pretty cool. You got a belly button screw right there, so that's pretty funny. Got some nice light blue legs on the bottom right there, so that's pretty cool. And nice red for the visor, silver for the face, and that's it for the paintwork. And that's pretty much it. You don't get a lot of paint in robot mode. The articulation for Fracas, it's very easy. The head is on a ball joint. Yeah, it's quite tight on mine, so I mean, you can actually rotate the head, but you know, it's kind of tight. The arms are on the ball joint. You can actually raise up the arm that far only, and you can move up the arm a little bit. And the legs are on the double hinge. You can move at this hinge and move back a little bit. They can bend at this hinge as well. Right there, bend forward, bend to the back, and break his knees if you want to. But that's pretty much it for the Titan Master itself. Do I have his his Target Master self? No, I don't have the Fracas that turns into a gun. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so just for a comparison right here is Fracas compared with Hyperfire or Hyperdrive. I forgot his name. I think it's Hyperfire. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's Hyperfire. Yeah, anyway, Hyperfire. So you can see how they scale with one another. And it's basically the same size, you know, Titan Master, Hit Master. So same deal here. So that's pretty much it. So you can see how small Fracas is compared to Scourge. So yeah. So now let's take a quick look at Scourge's accessories here. So the only other accessory he comes with is this gun and that one, but this is already stored in vehicle mode, so that's pretty cool. And you can see a big huge gap for the gun. You know, it kind of looks ugly. Yeah, not the best weapon that they made, but it's still nicely molded. Still has that nice metal flake finish, in my opinion. So you can actually take Fracas, put him in a sitting position, and just lay him down onto the gun, just tap him in, and there we go. He can actually sit back. But actually, you know, since the hinge on his legs, on his hips, they're quite loose, so sometimes you want to fall back, like lay down to the back, you know. So yeah, it's kind of loose. It's like shaking. It's like shaking. I'm shaking. Anyway, but you got this port right here, so you can actually unplug this thing right here and just plug this in. Plug this in, and that makes for a pretty cool, you know, triple barrel blaster. I definitely like that. Definitely like that. And you can actually store this onto the port right here, so that's pretty cool. You can do that if you want to, or you can actually put this back right here, and you can actually open up the cockpit right here. So this is going to be a pain in the butt to do because it's in a tight space, so there is a slot right there for this tab. So you might not be able to tab this in, but you know, we're going to try. Okay, we're going to try because he barely fits in there. And okay, there we go. There we go. We got him in there. Close up the cockpit, and there we go. He's actually riding inside the spaceship. Yeah, so let's bring in a couple of size comparisons. Here is Scourge compared with his wave mates Blur and the Wave 3 Titans Return Hot Rod. And that's pretty much it for the alt mode comparisons. And I think we are pretty much done with the alt mode. Very nicely colored as well. Got nice silver paint, got blue and everything. Nice, you know, nice contrasting blues. You know, like the lighter blue, then got the darkish blue. I mean, this blue is darker than this one. So that's pretty cool. And also you have some nice Titan Master pegs for your Titan Master stand-on. So that's pretty cool. And I forgot to mention, you got a little bit of red paint right in there. Got the Decepticon symbol as well. So yeah, and I think we are ready to transform Scourge into his robot mode. So first, I would like to take this off, put it off to the side, and just open up this cockpit and take out the headmaster himself. Can be a little bit hard to do. He's tabbed in there very securely. There we go. Sheesh. Anyway, so now let's just put Fracas in his head mode first, and then just flip this up. There we go, and just leave the head right there. So it just goes up the cockpit, and whoops, that's not supposed to happen. That's not. Nope. There we go. There we go. So now you want to take this section right here, and just untab all the wings right here. Just untab the wings right here, and just flip this up like so they can give you some clearance to untab the legs and just bring them down just like so. And you want to rotate it to the side like that. You can see the detail is matched up properly, and just flip up the heel spur and just flip out his foot like so. And one problem I have with this foot is that it's pretty loose. Yeah, floppy. Anyway, so now just bring this panel around and just tab this in just like so. There we go. So you got one leg all done. The same thing on the other side. Just bring this down, just rotate it around, straighten up the leg, flip out the heel spur, flip out his foot, and just flip this around and tab that in. And there we go. There we have his legs pretty much all done. So I gotta raise up the camera. Actually, I have to zoom out a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Now for his arms, just untab them and just bring them down. Flip out his fist. Just bring down the arms. Flip down his fist. Just rotate this 180 and just push this in until it clicks into place. There we go. And we are almost done. And just bring this over. And we just need to plug in his head right now. And just put into the Titan Master port right there, and there we go. So there you have Scourge fully transformed up into his robot mode. Very easy peasy transformation, you know, very smooth conversion. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at that noggin right there. That's definitely a G1 Scourge head sculpt right there. Really good head sculpt. I definitely like the silver paint on his face, the red for the eyes. Looks pretty cool. And I like the antenna that he comes with, you know, for his head. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The other problem I have with this figure is that, you know, he's kind of, you know, his head is like quite loose. The problem is not that the ball joint. The problem is that the connection is actually quite loose. So his head is kind of shaking on you. So yeah. But do be careful. You know, sometimes if you're not careful enough, sometimes you have to. Sometimes, you know. Yeah. My tongue stops working again. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, do be careful with the head, because if you're not careful enough, then you will pop off the head very, very easily. So you don't want to do that anyway. But yeah, still nicely detailed robot mode. I definitely like the robot mode design. Really, really cool. And yeah, and he does have some nice green paint on his crotch. And nice Decepticon symbol on his chest. Nice silver details right here, which is pretty nice. Pretty cool. And nice and clean transformation as well. No, he doesn't have enough backpack. So yeah, actually no backpack at all. So that's pretty cool. And I do like his wings just spread out like that. So that's pretty cool. Like, you know, like a cape or something. That's pretty cool. I do quite like that. So yeah. And you got some nice detailing right there on his legs as well, on the shins. That's pretty cool. He definitely needs more paint here and there because he looks kind of bland, you know. But I think the Studio Series 86 version definitely fixes that. So yeah. Now, articulation wise on this figure, the head is on a ball joint. It can rotate a full 360. It can, and you can see. You see, when I rotate the head, the Titan Master head also rotates. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to press it and then rotate the head. So definitely you can rotate a full 360. It can't move up and down, unfortunately, and you can actually move these back. So the arms are free to rotate a full 360. It can move in and out. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow joint. It's slightly over 90 degrees off band. No wrist swivel, but the hands can actually move inward due to transformation. He doesn't have a waist swivel, unfortunately, due to the way he transforms. The legs can move up that far, can move back only that far. And on this leg, there is a ratchet joint. You can do the full split, but on the other leg, you don't hear the ratchet right here, but you can only hear the ratchet like at the ending point. So you can definitely hear a little bit of the ratchet right here, but when you come down here, it stops. I don't know why, but you know, at least one leg has the ratchet, so it doesn't. So I'm praying that it doesn't, you know, stop working, but it is what it is. But anyway, let's continue on. So he does have a thigh swivel, which is really nice. He does have a knee joint slightly under 90 degrees up bend, and he doesn't have an ankle tilt, but his feet can actually move downwards, so due to transformation. So yeah, he's not super articulated. I mean, he is articulated, but doesn't have all the points that he needs for his pose there, because he's still missing an ankle tilt. So that's the only thing that he's missing. So I'm not really so I don't really care much about the waist swivel, but I definitely need Scourge to have a waist swivel, because he definitely needs a waist swivel, you know, to pose. So anyway, so let's give him his weapons. So you can actually give Scourge 2 handheld weapons, but what I would like to do is just plug this in like so, and just give him this big triple-barreled gun, and that's pretty cool. I definitely like that. Yeah, really nicely done. So he can definitely, as Emgo would say, pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. So that's pretty cool. So now let's move on to some size comparisons. Here is Decepticon Scourge compared with Hot Rod and Autobot Blur, so you can see how he scales with the 2 Titans Return Autobots. So that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe class, Decepticon Scourge. And yeah, he's a pretty cool figure. The only real complaint I have with this figure, I mean, I actually have 2 complaints. One is that he's like a little bit plain in robot mode. He definitely needs a lot more paint here and there, and he needs a little bit more articulation, like on the feet. He doesn't have an ankle tilt, and I mean, I don't really care about the waist swivel, but for this figure, I definitely need a waist swivel from this guy. So because he really needs it. He desperately needs it, but it is alright. So once I get the Studio Series 86 version, I hope that version has a waist swivel. I hope, I'm still praying that he has a waist swivel. So yeah, if he doesn't have a waist swivel, then what does it matter? I don't really care for a waist swivel anyway, so and yeah, it kind of looks plain in robot mode, but definitely I like the molding. You know, I definitely like the molding of the robot mode. It just needs a lot more paint here and there. The vehicle mode definitely looks really good. Definitely has a lot more paint in in that mode than the robot mode, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, the headmaster is definitely a nice touch. I do quite like that Fracas has some paint in his robot mode, like on the head, on the legs as well, so that's pretty cool. And so yeah, nicely done figure, you know. As far as ranking Scourge from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'll just give him a straight up 8 out of 10. So yeah, really good figure, just needs a lot more paint and a little bit more articulation. So yeah, and also a very fun figure to mess with, definitely enjoyable. So yeah, really nicely done. So, and I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, or if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you know when my new videos are up and ready. And if you want to check out my other Titans Return playlist, there is a link to that playlist in the description down below, so do check that out for your own leisure, for your own free time. And if you want to get this figure of your own, check online, like check bigbadtoystore.com. I'm not sure if they still have this figure, but if they do, go ahead and check it, and I'll post a link to the website in the description down below as well. So, and I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Decepticons Scourge, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.